Hello and welcome to this short reset video. So this is a video to do your reset. It's perfect for the morning or at your lunch break or even in the evening, just to get yourself moving. We're focusing on the glutes and the abdominals. So gently coming down onto the mat into your relaxation position. Closing your eyes down, releasing your hands and just taking some lovely big breaths in and out and in and out. Just gently taking the feet so that they're in line with your hip bones, and then taking our hands to our hips as we come into our pelvic rocks. Drawing from our abdominals and then sending them away. Good. So we're just gently moving between those 2 points, keeping the knees lovely and still, and just focusing on that pelvic isolation. Brilliant. We're going to take one more here and then find that space in between the two movements, which is our pelvic neutral zone. Taking our hands down by our sides, taking a big breath in, and then breathing out as we come into our low bridge, keeping our glutes in line with our hips. So come into this lovely ski slope position and gently lowering down. I noticed there I needed to walk my feet a little bit closer so I could really focus on that glute sensation as opposed to the upper back. So again, breathing out as you lift up and lower. If you've got a Pilates ball, this is perfect to put in between your knees here. Big breaths out as you lift up and breathing in as you lower. So moving through, not getting too married to how we look here or the height we can achieve. We're just really focusing on warming up our glutes. And then last one, holding up that top position, squeezing into both of the glutes, making sure that the weight is even through our feet as we pulse and lift up here for 8. Good. Really intentionally squeezing, and we're just lowering and lifting an inch so that we target those glutes. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and then gently lowering back down to the mat, hugging the knees into the chest. Good. Rocking from side to side or forward to back, whatever's feeling good for you today. Releasing the feet down as we take our hands back to the mat, coming up for another bridge. This time we're holding it at the top and then lifting and lowering our ankles. So we're moving through the range of our foot and keeping that stillness in our pelvis so those hips are in alignment. Big breaths out as you lift up and in as you lower. So just taking this time to reset in our brain and our mind as well. So just taking that time to drop into our bodies as we're here today. And then last one, lifting those heels and gently coming down to the mat. Good. We're going to take our right foot on top of our left. If this position doesn't serve you, you can always take this leg into tabletop. As we take our hands up to the ceiling, stretching through our wrists, pressing into the hands. Again, taking those lovely big breaths, slowing down, connecting with your sympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest. Then coming over to the opposite hand here, pressing that back, pushing into the hand, breathing in and out. Gently laying down the hands as we come into 8 on this side. Big breaths out as we lift up, squeezing into the left glute and being super even on both sides. So we're still focusing on that pelvic stillness and isolating our left glute. Beautiful. And 4, 3, 2, And last one, lifting up, holding it for a breath, and then breathing out as you melt down to the mat. Releasing the right leg, and then taking your left on top, flexing the foot so we're still very energetic in the stretch. Of course, take the tabletop leg if you need, as we lift up, taking 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, good, big energetic breaths out. And then last one, holding it at the top for 1, gently lowering down, hugging those knees back into the chest, then taking your hands to the tops of your knees and circling them in opposite directions, really opening through the hips, flexing the feet. Good. The closer the knees come into the chest, the more of a hip flexor opener you get. And then reverse the direction. Good, taking it in the opposite way, maybe noticing some subtle differences. And then releasing the feet down with control, again keeping them in that hip width apart as we take our hands behind our head, coming into abdominals. So we're holding our hands together like a basket, or one hand on top of the other, whatever position feels best for you. And we're just going to open our elbows here for a moment. So just feeling that lovely sensation of your elbows drawing to the ground, stretching through the pecs. So they might not come all the way to the ground, and that's completely normal. Good. And then we're lifting the elbows back up into our peripheral vision, and then drawing our shoulder blades up off the mat as we come forwards, and then gently releasing down. So big breaths out as we curl in, lifting those shoulder blades up off the mat. Good. Really nice. Thinking of our rib to hip connection and really building strength in our abs. Brilliant. And 2 more. And then on this last one, we're holding it up for 3, 2, breathing in and out, 1, and then lowering back down. Good. Keeping the hands behind our head as we come into our obliques. So we're reaching up and across, taking our right hand over to the left hand side of our left knee, then returning the hand and returning back to center. So this is such a targeted movement that really helps us build oblique strength, which is really important in our daily lives, especially when we're walking around. Good. And then 4 more, 2 on each side. Last one, big breath out, and we're keeping that neck long. We're just moving from our upper back. And then gently coming down, releasing the hands, hugging those knees into the chest, giving yourself some love that you really deserve. Always, no matter if you've done exercise or not. And then taking your hands behind your thighs if that's comfortable, gently rocking up into a seated position, crossing your legs, or sitting with your feet in front of you or legs long, whatever serves your body, finding that straightness in your spine, closing the eyes down as we close with 3 big breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And again, in through the nose, filling up your lungs, expanding your chest. And then last one, big breath in, and then breathing out and sighing out any tension that you no longer need. Good, gently opening your eyes as you finish your reset for today. If you want to take more movement, please do. Move around on the mat in whatever way feels good for you, and see you on the mat soon.